Hello everyone and welcome back to another must-see chess game from 1965, and in this chess game we have Robert Byrne with white pieces and his opponent was Larry Evans. So this chess game was played in the United States Chess Championship, and Larry Evans was the 5 times United States Chess Champion and 4 times the US Open Chess Champion. And his opponent Robert Byrne was the United States Chess Champion from 1972, and he was also one time the World Chess Championship candidate in 1974. So both chess players were elite chess players, important strong chess grandmasters from the United States. And let's see what happened in this extremely exciting, beautiful attacking chess game. So we have the Sicilian defense and knight to f6, e6, and queen to b6. Now this is one of the critical positions of the game, and Robert Byrne is sacrificing the b pawn, which is known as the poison pawn variation. Queen takes on b2, so the poison pawn is accepted. Rook to b1, queen goes back, e5, and this opens the d file, defending the knight, and in this position developing the bishop. Of course, white is playing very aggressive because white sacrificed a pawn, and we have bishop to b4 pinning the knight. Black didn't want to take the pawn because then knight takes and threatening checkmate is dangerous. So bishop to b4, rook to b3, defending the knight and also attacking the queen. So queen to a5, and both players castled. It is white to move. Now white played an amazing move. In this position, Robert Byrne played an incredible move. Well, it looks like the e-pawn is under attack, so maybe it looks like white is going to lose the pawn. So Byrne played bishop to f6, sacrificing the bishop for opening the g file. We have g takes on f6, accepting the sacrifice. And of course, in this position, actually white is threatening to take the bishop, and if queen takes rook, then queen to g5, and you can stop the checkmate threat because this is also after queen takes rook, that is also unpinning the e-pawn. So if immediately playing queen to g5, then after knight takes, you can take back with the pawn because queen takes queen. But in this position, a rook takes bishop is a threat. So, and after rook takes bishop, if knight takes bishop, in between move we have attacking the queen and then capturing the bishop is possible. So g takes on f6, and then queen to h6 by Robert Byrne. And in this position, maybe threatening to take the pawn and then checkmating the king, and also threatening to move the knight, rook over and checkmating the king, also lifting the rook, rook over and checkmating the king. So this is looking very dangerous. Queen takes on e5 for defending, but we see series of brilliant, amazing moves by Robert Byrne. He played knight to f5, threatening checkmate and sacrificing the knight. So giving a triple pawn structure for black. What else? Capturing the knight. And bishop to d2. Knight to e4 by Robert Byrne. Sacrificing the knight, sacrificing the third piece. Don't forget that he sacrificed his bishop. Now he is sacrificing the third piece. So the sacrifice is not accepted. Actually, we have bishop to d2. If capturing the knight, then rook to h3 and how to defend the checkmate threat. And if queen takes on e4, then rook to g3, only defense and simply capturing, and bishop to d3, and this is all over for black. So okay, knight to e4, bishop to d2, simply giving up the bishop for defending, and knight takes on d2, queen to d4 check, king over, and knight to e5, rook to g3, and defending with the knight. Of course, if something like knight to g4, knight to g6, this is what I meant, then rook to g3, and you can't defend the checkmate threat. It is not that simple, actually. Black is in big trouble. The engine says black has to sacrifice the queen, then rook takes queen. So knight to g4 and simply pushing the pawn, and the knight is pinned. So queen to a5, rook to a4. So that was attacking the rook, blocking the queen, and then check, blocking with the knight, but simply capturing the rook. And in this position, if you play a careless move like capturing the queen with the knight, then knight takes queen. So how should white play in this position? The move is rook takes on g4, of course, this is check, and also the queen is going to fall. So queen takes on g4, simply capturing the queen, and then knight to d7. And in this position, if capturing, then maybe bishop to d3 is looking very dangerous, or getting in with the knight. Knight is coming. So, okay, anyway, so in this chess game, as you can see, white has the queen and knight is getting in, threatening knight takes pawn or knight to h5 and then checkmating the king. So king over and bishop to d3. Placing the pieces to the correct squares, bishop takes on f5, threatening checkmate, blocking with the rook. And in this position, of course, if rook to g7, then knight to h5. So rook to g6, capturing the rook, and then knight gets in, very precise move g5. White has to be very precise, of course. Bishop to b7, capturing, threatening mate. Knight goes back, queen goes back, targeting on e5. So you can see that the dark squares are looking very dangerous. Knight to e6, check, and black resigned. This is also blocking the bishop and attacking the knight. And if blocking, then knight to b6 and black is lost. How to defend the rook? There is no safe spot for the rook. If rook to a7, that's forking two pieces. Then queen to d6, and there are many threats, both attacking the bishop, threatening checkmate. And if defending the bishop, if something like, you can't do anything in this position, you can't do nothing. If something like this, so if checking the king, blocking with the bishop maybe, then queen to b8, I think it should be sufficient, and this is all over for black. This should be sufficient. So, okay, what do you think about this fantastic chess game? So I hope to see you next time with more exciting chess games from the chess history. So take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.